On November 18, 2001, Nintendo released their fourth flagship home console, the GameCube. After the life cycle of the Nintendo 64, the famous video game company had already given the full 3D treatment to multiple first-party franchises. Both Mario and Zelda had transitioned into the new space with great success, but one major character was missing their debut into the three-dimensional gaming space: Samus Aran of the Metroid series. Fans of the 2D side-scrolling Metroid would have to wait a whole nother year before seeing what Nintendo would bring to the table. And on the one-year anniversary of the Purple Cube console, Metroid Prime was released to great reception. Sure, some gamers weren't happy that the space-adventuring Samus was no longer 2D, and swear the first-person view was a mistake, but Metroid Prime still had everything that made the Metroid games great. The Metroid Prime series continued to spawn an entire trilogy of games, and while fans are still waiting for Metroid Prime 4, Nintendo was stealthy, and to everyone's surprise, released a full remaster of the original GameCube title in 2023. Does Metroid Prime Remaster hold up nearly 21 years later? Or is this game a time capsule, better left off forgotten? These are our impressions. Hey folks, if you enjoy these video impressions, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. It's 3 small clicks for you, but means the world to us. Let's get started. First off, we need to be clear about something. This game is certainly not a remake. Everything from the original GameCube version is here, but the game has been massively visually overhauled. And it looks absolutely stunning. One would think that a 21-year-old game that had really only been officially re-released once on the Nintendo Wii system should not look this good. But it does, and it's absolutely staggering how good Nintendo made this game look. From the colorful environments, to the details in Samus's visor HUD, as well as the fog, freeze, and rain effects that manifest on her visor in real time. I've never seen a remaster of a game look this incredible. Remake sure, but not a remaster of a game released in 2002. While the visuals are certainly a standout, Nintendo has also added some quality of life updates to the game as well. The standard twin joystick control scheme that most shooters are known for has been implemented in Metroid Prime, which means you can look around with the left stick and move and strafe with the right stick. First-person gamers will immediately get the controls in Metroid Prime Remastered. However, Nintendo has added even more controller options this time around. Did you like the Wii controls? Well, there's an option for that. Like the old-school GameCube ones? They're in here too. They've even gone the extra mile to allow for a few accessibility options to those who are color sensitive, as well as adding more HUD viewing and customization options. You can even turn on narration that was originally only in the EU version of the original game's release. Nintendo certainly took their time and it's paid off, not only for them, but for Metroid Prime as well. Aside from the plethora of controls and options, it would seem the core gameplay from 2002 has remained completely intact and faithful to the original GameCube version. Things like waypoints and autosaves weren't a thing in the original Metroid games, and Nintendo has kept that intact with the remaster. You'll have to find save points to actually save your game progress, which put a smile on my face and had me remember the good old days of memory cards. The core gameplay and design of Metroid Prime is still 100% intact as well, and I wouldn't be surprised if the original source code was used as a base. As I say again, this is not a remake, but a remaster. That said, there are one or two very small things that make this wonderful remaster feel a bit old, and they both have to do with the Morph Ball. While an amazing tool to use in Metroid Prime Remastered, the Morph Ball does feel a bit all over the place. It uses real physics, which was a big deal in 2002 for a Metroid title. But sometimes it can be hard to control and feels a tad floaty. The other issue is you cannot freely control the camera while in Morph Ball form. Sure, that's okay in some of the 2D ball segments, but when free roaming in an open environment, not being able to control the camera felt a little weird. But if that's the only thing I can say negatively about this game, I'd say it's a pretty minor issue. Metroid Prime Remastered caught Metroid fans and GameCube enthusiasts completely off guard. It plays great, looks absolutely gorgeous, but the best thing is that now a whole new generation of gamers can experience the original GameCube title in fantastic 1080 HD with modern controls. I smiled to myself several times as I explored the world of Tallon IV. I felt like I was 17 again in my room with my little purple GameCube, exploring, adventuring, and fighting huge bosses. I cannot recommend Metroid Prime Remastered enough. If you've never experienced this classic title, now you can, and most definitely should. Now if you'll excuse me, it's time for me to find that last energy tank and 100% this run. For more video impressions and everything else gaming related, you're already in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.